Yo, what's up, good people? Hope y'all still out there on them positive eyes. I hope y'all still pushing. Hope y'all still getting that practice in on y'all side. It's 2023. For some of y'all, welcome back to the channel. For some that might be browsing and ended up on this page, welcome to my channel. I will greatly appreciate it if you hit that follow button and give me a thumbs up, and like this video just to show some extra love. Today, I want to talk solely to my content creators out there, especially if you're somebody that's new to the space and you're trying to figure out an audio solution. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I watch a lot of videos between YouTube and social media, and sometimes, a lot of folks out there have really good quality video, but the audio doesn't sound good at all. Matter of fact, a lot of times it sounds just like this because they're using a camera microphone and they don't have an external microphone or any other audio solution that's going to help them get better sounding audio. So this is what we usually hear when they're talking to the camera. Today, I'm going to touch on two different products that's going to help you totally change the game on your side when it comes to audio solution, and it's not going to break the bank at all. You'll thank me later if you don't already know about these two products. Now, before I move forward, I want to send a big shout out to Samson, aka Samson Technologies, for sending out two of their products for me to try. One of them I already have some experience with. I'm gonna just be transparent with y'all, which is the Samson CO2 pencil condenser microphone, which is actually right here above. I'm gonna go ahead and just move it down so you can see. And that's what you're actually listening to right now. And the second one that I'm gonna end up using today that I don't have any experience with is gonna be their Go Mic Mobile wireless lavalier system. Cool part about it is it has an audio out, so you can run it to, an external recorder. I'm gonna run it to my Zoom today. You can also connect it directly to your DSLR. And of course, for all my on-the-go content creators out there, you can even use this thing for your cell phone. Now, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at this microphone so you can see what it looked like. I told you it's a short microphone. It's gonna come with this pop filter or plosive catcher. I know everybody calls them different names, but this is what it looks like. If you're audio specialist out there or somebody that's trying to start doing audio for maybe short films or interview sessions that you might have with one or multiple clients, this is gonna be very good for you, especially if you're doing stuff indoors. The pickup pattern on the Samson CO2 is gonna really help you push away and reflect a lot of the, I call it slapback or reverb or echo that you have in a building or a space that you might be filming in. Now, let me go ahead and say this real quick because somebody's gonna say, Sean, I bought that microphone and I could still hear the echo. At the end of the day, microphone's gonna pick up what they hear. Just because the microphone capsule and the pickup pattern might be a little bit different, it might diminish that echo some, but more than likely you're still gonna have it there. It's just gonna be a lot, smaller and not as loud and blaring as the other ones. So when you heard me talking earlier to the camera's microphone, which you're hearing again right now, you can see how it's picking up everything in here. It sounds crazy. It sounds like I'm really, really far away. But then when I turn the Samson CO2 back on, it's like, oh wow, that's a different sound. And I don't have any extra, sound blankets or anything up here. I'm literally showing you guys what it sounds like, just recording it straight to my Zoom H6 that's right here on a stand to the left. As far as post-production, I am shaving back a little bit on the lows and I'm pushing up the highs just a tad bit. But if you're gonna adjust your highs and mid-tones with this microphone, I do wanna warn you to be just a little bit careful because it already picks up a lot on the high end, or what they call sibilance. It's gonna pick up a lot of frequencies on that side. Now let's talk about this Samson Go Mic Mobile. This is the transmitter pack that you're gonna be plugging your microphone into. It takes two AA batteries, as you can see, and I'll try to get a little bit closer. There's a little circle in there for your gain output from your transmitter to your receiver, but it also comes with this mini screwdriver in there that you can remove and you could use it to tweak the the gain output from this. Now I will warn you right now, it takes a little push to get it back in there, so don't think that the screwdriver won't go back in there. You just have to really push it. As far as the buttons on the transmitter and the receiver, one thing I will say that I wish they had, or wish the button was positioned somewhere else, mainly because with one press of the button, it turns it on or turns it off. So it's not like a lock mode on here. So if you have somebody with this pack on and they some way somehow just happen to hit that button on top, you're gonna totally lose the audio on here. Now, for the Samson Go Mic mobile receiver, also a cool layout. I think the coolest part that I like about this is the fact that it has this, you know, adjusting piece on the back of it that can fit on your cell phone. Now, when I'm filming or, you know, out doing any type of interview or just doing some vlogging, it's on the back of my phone now. Let's go ahead and plug up the lavalier microphone to the pack, and I'm going to run this receiver to one of the other channels on my Zoom 6, and let's see what this thing sounds like. And as I'm doing that, I also, you know, definitely recommend this to, you know, content creators and vloggers out there that are, you know, really just trying to get a better audio solution than what you have right now, whether you're talking straight to your cell phone or just straight to your camera. You know, that's gonna be something that's gonna just be a huge help on your side as far as having better audio. All right, so let's power this thing up. Like I mentioned, you know, you only need to click it one time. You hit that button one time, it's gonna power up. And I'm gonna tap the power button once on the receiver, and we should be good to go now and have audio rolling. So what you're hearing right now is the lavalier microphone from the Samson Go Mic Mobile. This is how it sounds. This is actually the raw sound right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'll give you a couple different samples. So this is the raw sound of what the mic sounds like. I'm gonna assume that it's like probably really heavy on the bass end, because that's how most live microphones are. And it's probably way heavier than I would personally prefer. So what I'm going to do is, after you hear this original sound of how it sounds with me not doing any EQing, any compression, let's go ahead and flip the switch really quick. And now what you're listening to is what I've done as far as EQing and compressing it. I'm gonna shave down the lows because I don't want it to have this rumbly sound or whatever. I want it to be more of a smooth, you know, leveled out type of wave when my audio is EQ'd. So that's how that sounds. Now let's go ahead and do a quick audio test, because I want you to be able to really hear the difference between the three of them, okay? Right now what you're listening to is the built-in microphone on my Canon R5, and you can see what this sounds like. It might be familiar to a lot of you, whether it's what yours personally sound like or what you usually see on social media. It just sounds like a lot is going on. Very echoey, the reverb, slapback, whatever you want to call it, you're hearing a whole lot of stuff. Now, after we turn on the Samson Go Mic Mobile lavalier microphone that I'm wearing, you can see it sounds totally different now. Very up close and personal, and more in your face, you know, and it just has a clear sound to it, better than the camera's microphone. Lastly, we're gonna turn on the Samson CO2 pencil condenser microphone, which is boomed right here above my head. I'm gonna go ahead and move it down so you can see. So I usually boom it right above myself, right out of the shot, just so the shot still looks very clean. You don't see any microphones, but you're like, man, his audio sounds damn good. And that's because I'm using that boom mic right there. All right. One other thing about the Go Mic Mobile, because I did a post about it, and somebody, you know, said something about a lot of interference and you know, dropouts. Now, I do know with this being something that's more for beginners in that space as far as audio recording with lavalier microphones and wirelessly, I wouldn't want to test this out to see, oh, can it go beyond the 100 range that they rated at? You know, I wouldn't recommend it for people that are doing weddings if you got to stand very far away from the bride and groom when you're recording the vows. That's the last thing you want to do, is mess up that part of the ceremony out of anything throughout that day. So I wouldn't recommend that for y'all. Now, who would I recommend it for? Definitely content creators, people that are doing small interviews to their cell phone or to their DSLR or to their mirrorless camera, and you're in close proximity. You know, you're a few feet away. You're not around a ton of people that's using cell phones or around cell phone towers and all that other crazy stuff, or in some crazy tech savvy building. Then you can not have to worry about that stuff as much. You know, so I would just say be careful about how you use this microphone, because it's not the pro-rated, pro-grade, top-tier microphone that's supposed to keep everything out and don't get any interference. It's not that. Is it something that can work for you though? I'm gonna say definitely. I see that it can be something that can work for content creators out there. It's just all about how you use it. It's a tool that can work. You just have to be mindful about the tool that you're using, okay? Don't forget, there's some links below. Hope y'all enjoyed this show. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all more in 2023. Holla at me on social media at Sean Woods Media. Check out my website, www.seanwoodsmedia.com. And like I always tell y'all, stay on the positive vibes, keep pushing, keep fighting, and get that practice in, man. Good luck to y'all out there. Talk soon.